What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the video. Here at RVA Iron, about to hit a meaty back day. Super excited for this pull workout. Gonna be really focused on building my lats, building my back, and also getting a good mind-muscle connection. So throughout the video, something I'm really trying to focus on my back is actually like connecting with it, getting a good pump, and like really focusing on squeezing and stretching. For years, all my back training has just been momentum, and I don't really actually think about getting a good mind-muscle connection, and I'm just kind of like going through the motion. So I think now with my back training over the last couple months, and especially moving forward, I really want to really focus on hypertrophy. So still obviously doing my heavy compound rows and stuff, but I'm gonna kind of switch up the order of exercises so that I can really get a good back pump, good mind-muscle connection, and really focus on like, I really want to get a wider back. I feel like I have a I think I'm a kind of thick back, but I don't have a wide back, and that's something I really want to bring up. So that's gonna be the main focus with my pull workouts moving forward, especially today. Obviously, we got a ton of sick equipment here at RVA that I'm gonna take advantage of. First one, we're gonna start off with a pullover machine, which I absolutely love. I think it'll be key to start doing more like lat isolation to start the workout, because if I start the workout with like a pullover and I get a good mind muscle connection, then I can carry that to the row variation, to the pull downs, to all the other exercises to really like throughout the session get a good feel. Because usually my whole life I've always started with, you know, if I'm going into a lift, it's always I start with a heavy compound movement for strength, and I'm still doing that on most of my days, but I think on this back day is really focusing on more of a hypertrophy. So I'm still gonna do barbell rows, but there'll be a little higher rep, a little more strict with my form and stuff like that. So that's just kind of the structure of probably my back days moving forward, which I'm really excited for. Really excited for, because I did this last week and I had a sick back pump, and I'll tell you what, when you're not used to getting a back pump, it is freaking elite. Probably the best pump you can get. So let's get this day rolling, boys. Pre-workout has kicked in. This is the stack I took today, the trifecta right there. The only thing I'm missing is the glycerol. I gotta get some more glycerol, because that four together, to replenish the glycerol, the pump, and the essential, makes for the greatest pre-workout cocktail ever. So I'm buzzing, I'm stimming, I'm ready to pump my back with some blood. Let's rip. All right. Starting off with this pullover machine, which I get, not a lot of people have access to one of these. Very spoiled here at this gym. This thing is, it's probably my favorite machine I've ever used, because it's probably such a unique machine that I guess you can kind of replicate it. I was going to give out obviously if you don't have this machine, you could do like a straight arm pull down with a rope or with a straight bar. Another great variation that actually I'm going to do on my other back day. So I'm going to start this back day with the pullover machine. The other back day I do later this week, I'm going to start with a straight arm pull down. That's also a great alternative to this machine. But I will say, if you have access to a pullover machine, take advantage of it, because it is freaking nice. Because being able to sit down and then you don't even have to use your arms. Your arms are just there to kind of like hold it. You're just thinking about driving your elbows down. You get such a unique squeeze on your back, and it's like the only like back movement where you're not using your biceps, so you can really just isolate your lats. I do love a straight bar pull down with the cable, but sometimes, you know, the weight's a little weird where it's like you're standing there and it kind of shifts you around. So this one, you can just be nice locked in. I always use a belt for it too, so I have strapped the hell in. But getting 2 warm-up sets, I just did one, this will be the second one, and I'm gonna do 3 working sets, trying to be in that 8 to 12 range, just going to failure. So rip it. So really focus on driving the elbows down and squeezing. So my hands are kind of here. I actually watched a tutorial by Dorian Yates, who obviously is the OG with this, last night, and he was kind of talking about just having your hands kind of there and just really thinking big stretch, drive those elbows down. I love this machine. I mean, golly, yeah, this feels great. It's a warm-up set, so kind of just feeling out, really trying to focus on some cues. And that's what I do whenever I do a warm-up. Warm-ups for me are always like just more feel-out sets. Like I'll do like 6 to 8 reps, but it's more just to really focus on the movement, getting that stretch down, feeling what it feels like to really drive the elbows through, so that when I go into the main working sets, I can really utilize that and now just lock in and focus. So go one more here, big stretch, drive the elbows down, squeeze. All right, I'll probably add another 45 and we're off to the races, boys. Let's rip. All right, let's rip just to the first working set, and oh my goodness, my lats are cranking right now. They're cranking right now. Whew. I would say good use of those warm-up sets is to really hone in on your technique, so that when you get into the working sets, all you have to think about is just executing. So that's all I was thinking about. Big stretch, driving and squeezing. So I got 9 on the first set. So the goal is like in that 3 sets of 8 to 12 range, but just going essentially until I can, or until failure. Drive, squeeze, stretch, stretch, stretch. Squeeze, stretch. Fuck. Oh. Whew. Hell yeah. All right, so with 3 hard sets of those pullovers done, ended up getting 9, 8, 8. My lats feel absolutely amazing right now. Good mind muscle connection. Also, is this crooked? That's on 12. That's on 13. It's crooked. Okay. But anyways, we're gonna go barbell row next. Well, I might as well fix this while we're going. We're gonna go barbell row next. Again, usually I always start with like a heavy row, but I'm gonna start trying to do more like pullovers, pull downs to start, just because get a good mind muscle connection. I always get a good mind muscle connection with those. And then I think it actually helps on these. Like, I don't know, I love a heavy barbell row. If you know me, you know I love slapping 3 wheels on that MF or just rocking and rolling. But I will say, when I am a little smarter with them and I'm a little more not as bent over, because typically when I'm doing a barbell row, I'm like right here. And I get there's different variations of it. I'm typically like there and coming like that. I'm gonna try to be more, push my hips back farther here and pulling more like that. Way bigger range of motion. But also get a lot more in your hamstring because you kind of got to hold that in your lower back. So I think it's good for me if I do more of an isolation exercise, I kind of drop the ego a little bit on this, if that makes sense. Like if I were to do this first, I mean, it's my first movement, I want to sling some weight. Whereas if I do something else before, then it's like, okay, I know what it feels like to get a good back stretch. Now let's do the same thing on the row. So I'm gonna try to be a little smarter with this. But that's not to say heavy barbell rows aren't into me. By no means. I will keep doing my heavy barbell rows. It's just, I think the time and place right now is more of a hypertrophy focus. So let's maybe get a deeper, bigger range of motion. Let's go a little higher rep than we typically would. Usually I do like between like 4 to 6 reps. You know, I'll probably be in that 8 to 12 range and really focus it on stretching, squeezing, pausing for a second, coming back down. So again, we'll go 3 sets here. We'll kind of build up in weight. But yeah, rows for number 2. All right, we got a measly 225, which I think on this, I'm gonna go like a decent pyramid set, meaning I'll go like probably 12, 10, 8 or somewhere like that. Actually, we'll see it based on the first set, but essentially I'll increase the weight with each set as I go down in reps. Really, really, again, focusing on being way more bent over than I typically am, pulling and trying to almost pause for a second at the top. Might not look like a second pause for you guys, but in my head, I'm thinking squeeze, as long as I think about a solid squeeze and then controlling the way down. So 3 sets here. We'll start off also, I'm using straps on this, just so my grip doesn't give out. I can really focus on my back. Actually, that was awesome. We're gonna stick with this weight in 3 sets. I got 10 there. We'll try to be in that 8 to 10 range because I felt like if I would have got 2 more, I'd have started using way too much momentum. That was perfect. Holy shit, my back. Again, you can always change stuff up. You can always go through different periods, but like, I've never felt my back that much in a barbell row. Probably because usually all I care about is strapping some wheels on there. But dropping the ego, got 2 plates on here, and I was thinking, oh, 2 plates would be nothing. No, that was quite a bit. Also, on those bent over rows, I will say, a lot of low back, a lot of hamstrings. So probably if you're doing it, I actually already owed yesterday, so I'm a little sore there. But just be mindful of that. If you like deadlift the day before, already out and you're already sore there, because you are engaging your hamstrings, your low back quite a bit. I don't know why I'm so out of breath, man. That was a good movement. Holy shit. Shout out moderately heavy barbell rows. Still big shout out to heavy barbell rows, but for now, moderate heavy, more bent over. Whew, let's rip. All right, next movement we got this cool Nautilus single arm pull down where there's individual handles, so you go one at a time. Obviously you don't have access to one of these, so you just do a regular lat pull down, which is one of those E-handles, so you go one arm at a time. These are recently I started doing. First off, Riyadh, he goes to my gym, probably the best physique I've ever seen, also one of the nicest guys in the world. Every time I see him in the gym, he always gives me like a good cue, and he showed me how to do this like the way he does it. And I'm telling you what, it's been destroying my lats. So one thing is really like getting your knees locked in, but on this handle is like really pushing your quads up into the pad. So it's like fully locked out, holding onto that. And then from here, you just got the handle cue and you're really thinking about driving and squeezing that lower lat. And then on the way up, he said not to like fully lock out, but keep a little tension there so you got constant tension. And then coming down and squeezing at the lat and coming nice and control the way up. So that's been a game changer. I'm gonna do this 3 sets again, probably in the 8 to 10 range, but yeah, blast the lats. Also, I always use straps in this too, but his sole handle is super nice. So we'll go one at a time. So get nice and locked in. So really pushing my knees into the pad, grabbing on this, and then from here, squeeze, control the way up. Big stretch, but not a full lockout, squeeze. All right, we got exercise number 4. That's actually a new one I've added to the arsenal. This is like a high row. So you're coming here and pulling down. There's so many freaking like machines in here that are awesome and so unique. Like, I mean, I've been coming to this gym for like, since like February. This is the second time I've used it. And there's still like 3 other back machines I haven't used yet. So got an array of machines. That's what I'm gonna start doing, especially with back, is hitting it from so many different angles. You know, I did a pullover variation. I did a bent over row variation. I did a single arm pull down. Now I'm kind of going high row. So just hitting it from a ton of different angles. Cause I think in the past I used to only row. So I'd do a barbell row, then a chest supported row, then a single arm row. Or I'd only do like a pull up and a pull down for like my vertical pulling. Now trying to do a lot more, especially using machines for my back training or pull down variations, pull over variations, kind of really target my lats. Still doing, again, those heavy rows where you're getting more of you're getting your erectors as well and stuff like that, which is important to do. But again, in back training, trying to be smarter with it, trying to get a good mind muscle connection. I'll tell you what, Pup has been exquisite through his first 9 sets, and I'm excited for these. Here I'm gonna go, straps on, I'm gonna go like that neutral grip. Again, like every movement that I've reiterated, what I constantly think in my head to cue myself is squeeze. I think about, you really squeeze at the bottom, big stretch, squeeze, stretch. So I sound like a broken record because literally I say that every single rep. And I've been doing this more recently to really cue myself. And I think like, especially if you struggle with mind muscle connection, if you can throughout that exercise, really cue yourself with simple stuff. Like don't overwhelm yourself with a million things. On a back then, all I'm thinking is squeeze, stretch. That's 2 things. And then I just keep repeating that. And I'm sure I'll do this for months. And then once it becomes like second nature, then you don't have to think about it as much and you can think about other stuff. But really, I recommend if, you know, you struggle with the movement, just really locking in, get the tunes going, and all you're thinking is of basic cues. That's what I've been doing for this back training, and it's definitely helped because, you know, if I'm not thinking about the cues and I'm kind of zoned out, then I'm just going through the motions. Whereas here, get a good backbone. That's right. Stretch. Squeeze. Stretch. Squeeze. Back is absolutely smoked, and yeah, really nothing else to say. I'm gonna be honest. Blood flow is all in the back right now. Brain is on autopilot. All the blood said, "Hey, we're in your back right now." It feels great. That was an absolutely that four exercises I did really like that order. That pull over, that bent over row, that single arm pull down, and then that high row. Again, hitting it from multiple angles is what I'm trying to do better of. It's like, especially with my back, multiple angles, trying out different movements. Maybe instead of doing 3 exercises in 4 sets, do 4 exercises in 3 sets. I think especially with back, doing more movements for me will be better because it's something new and I haven't done before. So excited for that. Now I'm gonna get a bicep, just do 1 bicep exercise today. I'm gonna do a dumbbell incline curl. It's probably my favorite all-time bicep. Get a huge stretch. I think I got the bench around like a full, I usually have between a 45 and a 60 degree. Kind of keep it there, but really getting that full lockout at the bottom. Getting a big bicep pump. I'll go here since I'm just doing 1 bicep exercise. I'm actually doing 4 sets here. Probably being like that 7 to 10 range. But yeah, feed the ceps some love after the back attack, and then we'll go from here and then we'll finish with some rear delts. That's what I've been doing. I used to do all my back, then rear delts and biceps. Now I do all my back, bicep, and then finish with rear delt. I don't know, I kind of like the order of it because I like for biceps going kind of heavier if I'm just doing 1 movement, like 8 to 10 range. And then with rear delts, I like finishing it, just smoking it and going like 10 to 20. So kind of the selection I've been going with, I've been enjoying, but that's right. So big stretch. Come on. Stretch. Come on. All right, finishing off the session with some reverse flies on the pec deck. 3 sets, like 12 to 15 range, really focusing on squeezing the rear delts. squeezing, going to higher rep here. I'll probably go last set, probably a drop set, maybe a double drop set. Just finish with a nice meaty pump. Walk out of the gym with a nice your delt pump, can't beat it. So overall, solid ass session. I'm very happy with it, feeling good. I'm excited for this next block of training, especially really focusing on like hypertrophy for my back, pretty much my whole body. I'll probably be more of a hypertrophy focused plan over the next couple months. I'll probably decrease the power training and the sprint training a little bit just so I can put all my energy into this. And that's gonna be hard for me because I fucking love sprinting and jumping. Not to say I'm gonna fully take it out, of course I'm gonna still do it, but I think my training for so long, I've always done the concurrent style, which I love, is doing a little bit of everything, but actually doing a whole lot of everything rather than let's turn up some notches. Like, all right, let's turn up hypertrophy. Maybe we turn down the power strength work. We still get it in, but maybe we bring that dosage down and we try to get a minimum dose, and then we really ramp up the hypertrophy work. Because I think right now, I got the nozzle all the way up for power, all the way up for strength, all the way up for hypertrophy. And, you know, it's hard to do all three at the same time. Now, not to say you can't. Again, you go through ebbs and flows where one is more heightened, maybe it's more where I've been doing more of a strength power focus, now hypertrophy focus. Maybe I bring the sprint training down to 1 time a week instead of 2. Maybe I only clean once a week. We'll see. I'm trying to figure that out, especially my lower body. I think my upper body, I've kind of got to figure it out, more hypertrophy focused, especially with back train's pretty easy. And then push day, we'll see, because I still love a good bench press, so I'll probably still have that in there. But again, kind of get to feel it out over these next couple months, but I'm excited for this block training. So let's rip it. Let's get these rear delts. Some love. All right, boys, session complete. Phenomenal back day. What I was gonna do real quick, so I'll make this the next video. It's gonna be like kind of what my game plan is the next 6 weeks. I just finished a bulk. I'll be honest, kind of an unintentional bulk, but it was probably necessary, probably good. So I'm like I was like 208 on Monday, probably like 208 between 209 on Monday. And now 3 days, started to cut. Goal the next 5-6 weeks is to get down to like actually pretty light, 196, 195 range. So about 12 pounds in the next 6 weeks, 2 pounds a week is what the goal is. So I'm eating about 2,300 calories. Found my mains around 3,300-ish, bringing that down 1,000 calories. So I'm in a, what is that, a 7,000 calorie deficit, which is 2 pounds a week. We'll see how that goes first couple weeks, but that's the game plan right now. I'll go way more into depth than that in my next video. I'll do a full day of eating, kind of describing that and everything, but I've never done one of these. Let's do a little physique update. So I'm definitely feeling a little fluffy right now. Mentally, I have both. Might cut off there, but I'm definitely feeling a little fluffy right now. But I imagine at 208, I did a DEXA scan when I was 201, and actually I was like 199, and I was 10.3% body fat. That was back in February. So I imagine at 208. About 9 pounds heavier. I would say I'm sitting around like 14% body fat. My leanest I was last year, October, I was about 197 and I was 8.9%. So my goal now, I think if I were to get down to 196, 195 range, I should be sub 8.5%, because I imagine I've added maybe 1 to 2 pounds of muscle in the past year and also being like 1 to 2 pounds lighter. But again, that is what we're gonna try to figure out. Trying to figure out the lighting in here. It probably looks super bright, but yeah, here's where we're standing right now. Like 208. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the lighting here is really good, so I feel kind of good, but I've definitely mentally felt kind of fluffy, but I guess it's not bad. Like, it's probably good to bulk up for a little bit because it has been a while since I have last bulked. So yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. I should probably learn how to pose because wink, wink. I might be needing that in the future, but yeah, I'll go into depth in my goals and kind of my full day of eating in the next video. But yeah, into the bulk right now, like 208, 209. Obviously not a huge bulk. Like I only went up like 10-ish pounds in the last like 2.5 months. So I'm hoping over the next 6 weeks just dial in my nutrition and get down and get as lean as I've ever been. I'm excited for that, but yeah, feeling pretty good. Also, I'm about to go knock out some cardio. I'm gonna do 30-minute incline walk, throwing that in more, just to help with the cutting phase. So good freaking session. We'll rip this cardio, but we'll stop it here because I don't think you wanna watch me walk. I will say I always go a 12.5-degree incline, usually 3.2 to 3.3 miles per hour, but that's me. That's just what gets my heart rate. I'll go 30 minutes there. But anyways, appreciate everyone who's watching. Where's the camera? Right there, because we're going camera mirror view. Stack the damn. I messed up my own outro. I appreciate everyone who watches. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember now. Wow, I can't even remember my own outro. It's usually just comes to me. Anyways, I appreciate all you guys who watch. I'll see you in the next. Stack the damn days. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. That's how we do it. I appreciate you guys. Peace.